All right, now that we have the BFG, let's look into the Lazarus Labs.
Wasn't there a Doom movie with The Rock in it?
There was, yes. I think that Hollywood has struggled to make a Doom movie because they want to make it like Hollywood would instead of embracing what makes Doom special.
All right. Whoa! Man, Willy Wonka's chocolate factory is effed.
There's actually another Doom movie, Doom Annihilation, I think is what it was called, and that I think came out a bit before Doom Eternal, and it was also not very good.
That reminds me of the rather unsettling fact that, like a mind virus, I continuously forget they made an Assassin's Creed movie.
Oh yeah, they didn't they?
Just can't. My brain will not hold on to that information because it's such a weird, like, non-entity.
Oh, got a little story here.
Girl?
It is not a mistake that he has come into our possession. The demons prophesied his return. If he awakes, it could jeopardize the entire mission. For he is the only one who can stand against them.
Well, they're scared of us.
Yeah, you'd think she would have just, as soon as she found you, threw you into lava. But I guess Hayden had Doom Guy the whole time, right?
There's the Siphon grenade.
It's it's Hellzone grenade.
Yeah, that's what they were talking about last part. Basically, Hayden was the one who personally went in to retrieve Doom Guy specifically to avoid the possibility of Olivia doing exactly that.
Basically, he got Doom Guy as a contingency plan.
Yep. But
Speaking of contingent... Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. I was going to go on to something else.
I'm reminded of the Batman contingency plan stuff people make on YouTube. I want to see if there's a Doom Guy one after this part.
Yeah, I remember when video game movies, it was like exciting, like, oh my gosh, they're going to make a movie about a video game, and now it's like, oh, I wonder how they're going to completely mess it all up.
Yeah. Ironically, the best video games, or movie video games, are movies about video games, not video game versions of, or movie versions of specific video games, I've noticed. Like Ready Player One was a lot of fun. I mean, it has, it's schlock, but it's fun schlock. And it's a lot better than the book.
Wreck-It Ralph obviously leaps to mind.
Yes. And Free Guy was fantastic.
That was pretty good. I think the only complaint I had was that it tried to have its cake and eat it too with the type of game. It was an MMO, but they were like, what about the sequels? MMOs don't get sequels, they get updates.
Well, that's the thing. I think, wasn't the whole point that the CEO was an idiot, and that would be totally something? Because, in a way, Warcraft. Is Warcraft the... Yeah. Warcraft, since you can't go back to where you were, in a sense, has sequels that lock you out of legacy content.
Yeah, but
I get what you mean.
It preserves your save file, so is it really any different?
Right. The closest thing that comes to mind is Overwatch 2.
Which was an update.
Yeah.
It was called Overwatch 2 purely for marketing reasons. It was Overwatch like 1.5 or 1.1.
Yeah. It reminds me of the Google Stadia, which was always a tech demo and always supposed to be a tech demo. So some idiot suit was like, we could make so much money off this. And
I believe that was Phil Harrison.
And the poor researchers are just like, no. But I guess to keep our jobs, we have to say yes. I
think it was Phil Harrison who said, no, you need to market this like an actual real big video game console, like the next coming of the PS5 or, the PlayStation. Throw out your PlayStation and your Xbox. Stadia is here. And that was horribly misguided.
The greed and promise of nobody like owning their games at all was just too much for his greed, like goblin. No, I can't do goblins.
It wasn't just that people weren't going to be owning their games; they weren't even going to be owning their consoles.
Exactly.
And I mean, that is part of the appeal. You don't have to spend $500 on just a thing to play the games, but I mean, people have shown over and over again that they are very willing to do that.
Yeah.
And the inherent crippling offsides just aren't worth it.
I'm just glad people are waking up to justice, and by that I mean realizing maybe we do need physical media to stick around.
I mean, just the other day we had Sony, Crunchyroll, deleting everyone's Funimation libraries. They're just gone now, so yeah.
Yeah, which is like, there's a serious argument to be made that that's literally fraud. Like, that's actually fraud. Like, you either have to refund people their money or not do that, or you've essentially stolen from them.
There is an argument to be made there, yeah. There's probably something in, like, you know, an EULA somewhere that says, oh, the company reserves the right to shut down the service at any time for any reason.
And while that may be true, bad optics are, you're going to lose money in the form of stocks tanking if you do bad enough. So...
yeah, it's certainly every time this happens, the argument for physical media just gets stronger, and I'm very glad that video games have managed to hold on to that, and that by far the most popular versions of like the PlayStation 5 have been the disc-based ones.
Yeah, like I may buy a physical copy of Cookie Cutter just to support the dev. I need to play that still. I have not gotten around to it because time. What do we have here? So, are the red guys elite guards, or is that something else?
Yes, they are the elite guards. Basically, I think the lore is that their armor was made based off of Doomguy's, which is why that stuff is compatible with Doomguy's suit.
That makes sense.
They were the elite, like... secret police of Olivia's cult. Their word is law.
Oh, I just assumed they were like maybe Hayden's guys, but I guess not.
No, they were Olivia's, and well, maybe they were. I think the thing is that they had a kill switch that Olivia flipped to ensure that they couldn't fight against the demonic incursion.
Right.
And so that's, I think that's the lore behind them. Because if anyone was going to be able to stop the demons apart from Doomguy, it was them. Right.
If I had a nickel for every time a sci-fi bad guy had red Crayola, red, like, fancy guards, I'd have 2 nickels because...
oh, they are just the Imperial Guard from Star Wars. I mean, I guess blood red.
Yeah. The other joke I want to make is picturing you saying that, you saying that the, whatchamacallit, the little USB sticks he's been pulling out are compatible because of his suit. I'm reminded of the car in Homestar Runner with the CD player. No, with the cassette player. And there's, like, a CD. Oh, come on, the cheat. I'm sure it's forwards compatible. Just... so
just
good.
Force it in there.
More people need to animate Strong Bad as Wario. It's not quite the same accent, but it's close enough. Purple boxing gloves. Oh, right, the cheat. He's a green striped rabbit with 2 butts.
There was a new Homestar Runner tune today.
Oh, shoot. Speak of the devil. I was just thinking about them on my way to work today.
I think it's named something fun. Like the giving this cartoon a name would give it away or something.
Oh, nice. That was a sick roll. You know, I really thought you were going to go for that.
Maybe I would have.
Oh, we have every weapon.
Yeah. I think the shield made me a little cautious.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the headshot. I'm going to get the headshot. I'm going to get the headshot.
Is this for a challenge?
I think I might just be showing off.
Ah.
Oh, it's a weapon mastery.
Ah.
I mean, it's easier to do it on, like, the zombie guys, but hey.
Since you've pretty much done the weapon mastery for all other weapons besides the pistol, I assume?
No, actually, it's because in an upcoming level there is a challenge that requires you to kill a mancubus with the pistol, and it's easier if you have the mastery.
Yeah, that sounds bad. I remember this area.
Alright, now I'm trying to remember which rune trial this is. Yeah, I got some great set dressing in here.
If there's one thing I don't like, it's how yellow skeletons kind of really are.
Yeah. Alright, so this is one of the most overpowered runes in the game.
Rich get richer.
This is the one that gives you infinite
richer.
ammo if you have enough shields. Oh, this is the one. Yeah, so this is the hardest, worst rune trial in the game by far. I think it took me like 5 or 6 tries.
You know, I think I did do this one, but the reason I never took much advantage of the rune is I could never keep my shields up. Honestly,
but yeah, it's the fact that you
yeah.
have the rocket launcher and you keep hurting yourself.
Oh. You
and
don't
you
have
can't
the
get
ability.
any health back.
Is there no... I thought there was an ability to negate self-damage.
You don't have any of that in rune trials.
Oh, no. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, you don't get any upgrades in rune trials. And so
That
this
might
one
be why I
has
struggle
2
so bad.
specters, which are just like active camo pinkies, and avoiding them is really hard.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no, I hated the specters.
So yeah, that rune trial, I cut out at least 5 failures.
Yeah. Unlike Spectre the Monkey, who's great. If you've never played Ape Escape, I highly recommend.
That was like a tech demo for the DualShock 1,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, but it's a pretty solid game. The concept's a lot of fun. It's very Luigi's Mansion adjacent. I think more games need to have the whole capturing a thing mechanic. And not like Pokemon, just you gotta... Your collectathon is not just get this benign object.
It's collect the enemies.
Yeah.
Alright, nearly leveled up blood fueled.
Oh yeah, so talking about Rich Get Richer rune made me think about the sword blade or the beam sword from sword beam from Zelda. And it gave me an idea because I feel like you never really get to play with it until you're like good enough not to get hit. What if instead of it being it only works when you have full health, it's like you always have it, but its power is dependent on your health. Because that way you could actually.
I mean, it honestly feels like the beam thing is just a member berry for the original game. Like, hey, remember when you could do this in Zelda 1? Remember Zelda 1?
Yeah.
Wasn't Zelda 1 great?
I mean,
let's reference Zelda 1.
Yeah. Skyward Sword, if it wasn't for the fact you have to point at the sky to charge one up, like if it was just a button, it would be a lot more fun.
There's a lot of things in Skyward Sword that you could say, if it was just a button, it would be more fun.
Which, come to think of it, I don't actually know how the sword beam works on the Switch version. I still need to play through it. I think I'll enjoy it way more. I was so pissed off that the fire dragon wasn't Valoo. That's not a good reason to get pissed, but I was a little pissed.
So the thing about the Rich Get Richer rune is that you have to reach max shields 12 times, but you can absolutely just take 1 damage, then heal up, and that counts, and then take 1 more damage. So it's actually fairly easy to level up.
Yeah. I remember this room giving me... Oh, baby. That was sick! Remember that sick...
Quad damage.
Like, similar... Yeah. I just mean it was a clutch shot as well. Remember that insane shot I got with the Gauss cannon in this room? And then I wasn't able to replicate it ever again.
That sounds familiar, yeah.
I can't remember what it was, but it was really cool. I think it was I think I did a 360 no scope. Well, you have to scope, but yeah. I'm gonna believe it was that, even though it probably wasn't. Swoop.
Yeah, I always remember the fight in this room as being pretty intense. They throw a lot of meaty boys at you.
5 meaty boys. I'm reminded of art I saw today of Mario art involving the double cherry and the couch meme. Oof. Can't believe it took me till today to see, like, I would have thought I would have run into that at some point. Because that meme was everywhere for a while. It's haste.
So as you can see, I've been completely ignoring the equipment upgrades because I don't use equipment that much.
Yeah, until I got siphon grenades, I didn't care.
I used to use siphon grenades a lot, but not so much. I just use frags.
Oh, right, chainsaw. Okay.
Oh, crap. Those don't give you self-damage.
Nope. And neither
Yeah,
do
a little
those.
too much.
Yeah.
This room can actually be quite devastating thanks to how many pinkies show up.
I definitely got good at circle strafing them. Man, that heat blast is amazing. So, does the plasma gun with haste increase its fire output?
I think haste increases the fire rate of all weapons.
Nice. Speaking of increasing the rate, I decided on Palworld to go into the settings and jack up the XP multiplier. Because I thought, why waste my time with grinding when I could just not do that?
Wait, Palworld, you can just increase the amount of XP you get?
Yep. It's very granular. It can be as hard or as easy as you want. Granted, if you're on a multiplayer... Yeah, and you can go crazy with it. You can tune it like a dang car. You can control drop rate, pal sphere catch rate, damage rate, attack.
A game that respects your freaking time. What a revelation.
A game that obviously the developers had these settings to tweak themselves. So why not just leave it in? Oh, nice. Are you normally able to do that?
What? Just walk around the things?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's two secrets behind them.
Nice. But yeah, if I were, say, on my friend's server, I would be SOL because they set the settings, so.
I see. All right,
Okay.
I think this is our first mid-level loading screen because we're in a teleporter.
Was that Olivia at the beginning?
Yeah, that was. It's actually a look at the future, which is interesting.
Faux Latin.
Totally not creepy and cult-like.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a mixture of Latin and Simlish.
One of these things is not like the other.
Oh, nice. I never noticed that.
Yeah, one of the lights is red.
So surely they actually sold these things, right?
I am certain that they did, yeah. No, you fool, you're going to have to take it all the way down to 100. Yeah, well, 8 points of useless damage.
It was Samuel. He led them to his tomb. Please, we can overcome this. I promise. The gate will be opened as planned.
So, is there somebody in the room, or
No,
is she
it's
hearing
just a
voice in her
demon
head?
voice. I'm not exactly sure how they were communicating with her, but it was probably like, you know, some sort of like demonic
Psionic thing.
clairvoyance medium or something. I don't know. But yeah, she was in contact with her demonic overlords.
Mm-hmm. Her patron, if you will. Which technically makes her a warlock.
Manual security activated. All terminals now accessible.
If you could have
let's play Bejeweled.
I remember this. So if you could have one thing from your childhood, food, drink, or candy, like, what would you want to come back?
Ooh, I don't know.
For me, there's two things. I'm gonna cheat. Butterfinger BBs were amazing. I know it's just essentially just a different form of Butterfinger, but sue me. And amazing fruit bears were so... sick.
The Crucible. That's what she was looking for. Vega, did you get the location?
Yes. It is located in an uncharted region of the Titan's realm, but we'll need to rupture another Argent accumulator to create the portal. The only accumulator in this sector is in Specimen CD 587.
You're going to have to remove it. Once you've extracted the accumulator, it will become unstable. The ruptured casing should cause a rift strong enough to send you back to their world. We can determine your point of entry using the tether system I uploaded to your suit. Retrieving the Crucible is critical. Without it, we have no way of shutting down the well and closing the Hell portal here on Mars.
So this is the part I don't understand. He like walked up to it, pressed a thing, got a vision, and Samuel Hayden knew what was in the vision, and it was a revelation to him.
That's a good point.
It's that whole thing. This is the thing of like maybe you'll see something in it that we didn't, and I'm like, huh? I get that that it's like we're lacking information, and Doomguy being awake is different, but they really strain to find a way to make it work.
Right. I mean, even assuming there's a camera feed in Doomguy's like helmet, that was probably in his mind. Maybe it's like the Zelda thought where he talked about, but no, that doesn't work because Vega had to do something. I don't know. Maybe you could think of it as like a demonic data transfer into the suit.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways,
oh
the
my gosh!
mobile turret is absolutely insane. When you have rich get richer.
Huh? You said that it looked like the thing was heating up pretty quick.
It slows down. It heats up very quickly, but it slows down before it ever gets close. Like I said,
okay.
I was sitting there firing at one time for 5 straight minutes, and that circle never completed. I do not respect you. I will kill you with my worst weapon.
Oh, Shield bash. You know, I feel like Samuel should have been a little worried when he was getting item requisition for church pews.
I mean, we know that it's implied that Samuel and the board of directors knew that this right here was happening, and we're just like, well, if it keeps the power running.
Yeah. Are we above making Scientology joke? Okay, I don't know.
I love these guys.
Oh, that's great. Gee. It's looking like a meat footlocker in here. I regret using those words in combination. I guess that'd be better than a foot meat locker.
Yeah, I really like this little section here. It's like the cult stuff has mostly been in the background throughout the game, but here it's like,
right.
No, this is what they were up to.
Yeah.
Tower of Babel. This is the final level of the second chapter of Doom 1, right as you're about to face a certain enemy that we'll be meeting in a minute.
Yeah. Well, you are very close to Rich Get Richer. I know they say show don't tell, but I do think there's an addendum to that, which is tell then show can be done really well if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, well, show don't tell isn't like a you must do this always. It's a generally speaking, it's better. Mm-hmm. Sometimes telling is the rather than showing is the lesser of two evils.
Right. And I think that video games have a even greater thing, which is I say do don't show.
Yeah. And it's subject to the same rule of sometimes showing is the lesser of two evils.
Oh, yeah. Because it's all, like, writing stuff is all in a spectrum anyway, since you can, like, I don't know. It's interesting. Like, an example that I didn't understand until listening to a podcast about the Harry Potter books and how ridiculous they are, which is pretty fun. Pointed out that technically Harry Potter's limited third person, limited second person, limited for like it's from Harry's perspective, but it also is kind of third person as well. Oh boy. I don't know.
There's a narrator, but they only ever say things from Harry's perspective.
Kind of, but it's been a while. I haven't read the books in a while.
And there are a couple of times where they shift perspective. Like I always remember the beginning of book 4.
I'm reminded of Breaking Dawn, the Twilight book. Hey, you got the thing. How there's an entire section where the book just... because for the most part, the entire book is from Bella's perspective, or the whole series. You do get a little bit of Edward, but there's a weird part where it just goes full Jacob, and the writing style completely changes, and it's kind of interesting. And it's something I wish more artists or writers would do. As long as it's still readable, changing how you're writing for whatever character is kind of neat. Helps you get in their head better. I don't know. There's some stuff books just... you can't... movies can't do that. Anyway, I'll shut up. This is very cool. Hawaiian Punch Hours.
Lazarus Wave at full charge, ready for activation.
This hellwave will redirect the course of mankind. On this day, we make our contribution to their cause. Our salvation lies with them.
I pulled you from that tomb in the Cadanger Sanctum for this reason. I knew she was weak. Our work doesn't come without risks, and I released you from your prison to help mitigate those risks. I knew that in the event of a catastrophe, you'd be the only thing that could stop them.
So I'm not entirely sure. I know that that thing let off the hell wave that started all this, but I'm not sure what it was still doing or what we did by shutting it down, because it didn't close the portal.
Right. If I had to guess, you have to walk through there to get to the specimen.
Oh, yeah. Maybe it is just sort of massive energy and it's standing in our way.
It reminds
Maybe
me
they could
of
let
that
off
room.
another one and they just,
Yeah.
there's no reason to, and there's no one around to do
Right.
it.
It reminds me of the one room with the big spinning ball in Sanctuary Fortress and Prime 2.
Oh, yeah.
The one, yeah. I'm so Vine Sauce pilled, and no, yeah. For man, hearing them say the word tomb reminded me of a very bad bit that I still haven't heard, but all I can think of is Douglas. In hell, I pulled you from that rotten tomb. Mr. Dink, what do you say? Yeah, this bit doesn't work if you don't watch Vine Sauce, but then again. Oh, gosh.
Oh, there it is.
Well, that janitor's mop bucket's gonna be doing overtime. Oh, I think I remember hating this one.
This is the final Rune trial.
In the whole game?
Yeah.
Wow. And to think... I thought when you fought what we're going to fight, it was the halfway point of the game.
We're about at the 2/3 mark. Which, I mean, you think about it, you know, they don't want to give you a really awesome rune at the very end and have no time to use it.
Yeah, and I respect that. A lot of games have that issue.
We were talking about Pikmin 4 just the other day.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, it's
Well,
super
we were-
successful, and it's only been out for like 6 or so months. DLC is absolutely on the
yeah.
table.
I need that game to get DLC because
So many
I'm
cool
not
abilities that you
satisfied.
never get to use.
yeah, like I feel I don't know what the word is to use, but it's like you presented me with dessert that I didn't know I was getting, but I'm full on salad. And you don't win friends with salad.
I think
Don't make
that
friends
that
with
was
salad.
my first try. I think on Switch I never managed to do that one, or at least until I first played this on PS4, and then I did, and then I went back and I was able to do it just fine.
Yeah. You know, it's a shame. I don't think any of the Rune trials used the BFG, right?
No, they don't.
That would have been fun. None used
A little
the chainsaw either,
overpowered. There's
do
not
they?
much skill to using the BFG.
That's true.
Although I guess they could have come up with something.
I don't know, something to do with like maybe you only get 3 shots, but you have to do a certain thing in those 3 shots.
Demonic presence at top.
Yeah, right here is where that massive energy was, so... I believe these were the demonic holding pens that they released all the demons from, and they killed whoever wasn't demonified.
Yeah. So, not to metagame, but I'm looking at the amount of the time that's left in the video, and I know something's coming up, which tells me when you do face what we're going to face, it's going to go very quickly.
Yeah, it doesn't take too long. Not when I have almost every tool in the game.
That's true. I struggled hard. Does Doom Eternal have more mini-bosses, or nah?
More... I think it does, in general, have more bosses, yeah.
I guess mini-boss is the wrong word. It's just is a boss.
Yeah, and that's something we can't talk... Yeah, the game's first boss is coming up, and yeah, they absolutely backload them. There's only like 3 in the whole game. It was an interesting decision, and I'm not quite sure of the reason behind it, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Not quite sure how they would do a boss a bit earlier on.
I mean, you could almost argue anytime a new demon showed up, it was like a boss fight because you hadn't faced it before. Much like
Sort
in
of.
Metroid Prime, how some of the bosses became normal enemies. Like the Sheegoth.
Lockdown disengaged.
Or Dan Aykroyd's head. No. That non sequitur didn't make sense. Wow, you really blazed through that. I struggled hard in this room.
Well, I've got BFG and all sorts of stuff. No, I want the... Thank you.
Would you consider Doomguy a silent protagonist?
Need to
Yes.
reroute the Argent accumulator powering the Cyberdemon. Destabilizing the core will cause a rift that will send you back to hell. Once the crucible is in your possession, we will pull you out.
So apparently all we need to do to go to hell is to rupture an Argent accumulator. They are rare. Like, we're having to go in here to get it, but surely there's more... This isn't the very last one.
No, I think the idea is because of the local, dimensional disturbance. I'm wondering if it's just the veil between the two dimensions is thinner.
Yeah, but it's
Where
more to do with
rupturing it
something that
normally
comes
wouldn't do.
later.
I see. Oh my gosh!
Hello, Cybe.
Get over here.
To beat the Cyberdemon, shoot it till it dies.
Oh, they took my right hand. I wrote with my right hand. Do you know how hard it is to write with my left? Oh wait, that's its left hand. Gosh, dang it! I don't know why I gave him an Australian accent, but yeah.
Yeah, so that meme, shoot it until it dies, that was not from an official, like, strategy guide or anything. That was a parody of, like, gaming mags around the time that would have obvious or unhelpful advice. And it just sort of became a meme, and it was not officially acknowledged in the Doom franchise until this game named an achievement after it.
That's great. Man, I'm now thinking of the fact that I wish there was a good Iron Man game. Oh, yeah. Whoa, it's
also
blowing
doesn't seem
itself
to-
up.
It doesn't seem to matter where we end up, because, like... I think he said that the tether would get us there.
You mean...
I don't know. Because, like...
I thought he was saying
we-
the tether will pull you out.
I think it also said that it could be used to pinpoint a location in hell to land.
Oh.
I don't know. But here's one thing that I do want to get off my chest about this. Anytime anyone fights a boss in Doom or Doom Eternal, their first response is always to unload all of their BFG ammo into it. Do not do that. Because the BFG in these games is your get out of jail free card.
Yeah.
if
This second
you get
phase is kind of rocking you.
Yeah. If you get a direct hit with the BFG, he is stunned and for a while, and if you hit him, he drops health and ammo.
Yeah.
And this goes for
I
all
couldn't
of the
beat this
bosses.
boss.
Just don't waste your BFG ammo.
Yeah. I couldn't beat this boss till you gave me that advice.
But it's like, you know, the first time it happens and you see them stagger, why waste the rest of it?
Into the mouth. Oh my gosh.
Take a little
Beat
off
him
the
to
top.
death with. He beat him to death with his own skull. Well, that was eventful.
Yep, we are in hell for the second time. So let's see if we can't find that crucible thing.